Man, it's been a while since we talked to Zelpud. I wonder what he's doing. I wish video games had demos nowadays. But what feels like a long time ago, we got a certain key item. And I think it's about time we used it, cause man, we need some more stuff to look at. But a while back, Mulbrook mentioned something about the Key of Eternity in the Endless Corridor, so let's use that there. Welcome back to the Endless Corridor. When we were at the Mausoleum of Giants before, we kinda went here to talk to the Fairy Queen, but we couldn't do much here because we lacked stuff. And that stuff was a super cool key. But there's one thing to know that's important about Endless Corridor, is that it loops on itself. This is pretty integral to both the level itself and La-Mulana as a whole, but that's something for another time. In the meantime, there's a keyhole. We could finally progress the level. However, I just want to kill everything in sight. Screw all these monsters. Also those flowers, they're snouters. Disgusting creatures. Yes, map. Behold the next floor of Gate of Endless Corridor. Now this level alone is why I took so long to... Fuck. I can't scan a tablet with a key. This level alone is why I took forever to release this set of episodes, because Mulbrook is supposed to give you another hint for solving this puzzle, but I progressed in this game file. I progressed the game way too fast, and it looped over to the point where she wouldn't give the hint anymore. So I tried to play a new game file and just specifically get that hint, but she wouldn't cooperate, and I had to go all the way back to my first game file that I just so happened to have because of my gratuitous save cycling, and get the file from there, which was recorded. Oops. But yeah, Mulbrook is supposed to tell you what to do. Now here's something interesting. There's no Eye of Retribution here, but there's a stuff ball here. Let's break it. Break stuff. Keyblade. We're officially Kingdom Hearts. Unfortunately, this weapon is shit. At this point of the game, it is going to be the weakest weapon ever. It may have fast movement, but it has shit range horizontally, and it doesn't do any damage, like worse than the basic whip. Also, what we just did is the gimmick of this level. We're supposed to go through certain gates to unlock it. The tablet before said, men are born, they live, they reproduce, and then ascend? Fuck, I can't remember that last word. But the idea is each of these gates has a numerical icon related to the La-Mulana alphabet. And if you relate the La-Mulana alphabet to what we learned from Mulbrook, that's how you're supposed to solve this puzzle, and is also the reason why I can get all this information. And if you're having trouble, you could scan the doors to see what the icon is, and I don't think you'll trigger it, so be careful. Now, Mulbrook says she doesn't remember numbers 2 and 3, but we just so happen to have numbers 2 and 3. Our seals, because number 1 is origin, number 2 is birth, and number 3 is life. And we have the second and third seals, so that's our hints. After spending what felt like hours trying to get Mulbrook to cooperate, let's go back here and actually solve this damn thing. What a waste of fucking time. Bitch, why won't you cooperate? Now, too long didn't read. The way you want to do it is to pass through the gates that symbolize 2, 3, 5, and 9, but you don't want to pass through any other gate. Now, while other guides may say that you could do that, and other guides may tell you things differently, you cannot pass through any other gate. And this level is designed in a way to where you could actually not have to pass through any other gate. So be absolutely sure you scout out the area before you do this puzzle. Oops. Oh no! Money! I could have used that 20 bucks. Damn it. That's a good thing I got the silver shield for this area too, because those ponies poop fire. And they hurt. But yeah, once you pass through all the gates, the last gate you need to pass through is right next to the keyhole. Go figure. Get that key of eternity out. Now the third floor. This is probably the longest floor I'm gonna spend time in. Oh, found a secret chasing bats. But yeah, I'm probably gonna spend the longest time on this floor because there's a whole bunch of shit here to look at. So first off, let's scout. We go this way from the shortcut. We got a chest we can't, that's not open. Also, we got a new enemy, these ghost horses. These ghost horses actually have 3 forms. In this size, they cannot be hurt by your primary weapons, you have to use your sub-weapons. Which is mildly irritating, because I was really low on shurikens. But yeah, scouting the 3rd floor. We've hit upon a dead end. Oh, video game. I'm not foolish. I'm just trying to show people how not to be foolish. Dick. I'm gonna get out of here. Since we can't go that way, we gotta go the other way, but there's a slight problem. When you take that shortcut, it's a one-way street. You're not coming back out. Sorry, team. I mean, it's so close, but no cigar. Time for the other side of this area. Now here's the gimmick of the thing. This floor tells you that you have to be smart or diligent. And to start this puzzle, you have to activate that weight dice, but we'll do that later. I need delicious fairy healing. Yay. Don't look at the sun with a magnifying glass. I thought this was hilarious. I'm glad they put that in. That's the funniest thing about this dungeon. Also, chakrams, yes, that'll come in handy for those stupid-ass horses. Now this part of the area has a lot of, like, needless tablets, a lot of pots to block your way, and stuff like this. One saw the colors. Oh yeah, this is a clue where they're saying Yagoo Map Street will be very helpful in solving puzzles in the future. Who cares about software? I'm on a mission. I didn't even know you could scan those either. Like, this is the first time I knew about that thing. So, prepare for a new topic on the La-Mulana lore videos. Yay. Now, while there's a whole lot of pots here, they contain abso-fucking-lutely nothing. Like, you could come here with a secret fairy, and while there's a whole bunch of pots, you aren't gonna get shit from them. Now, since I kind of blazed through it in the next part of this vid, I'm gonna say this. You could take the shortcut to beat this level, but you could also, like, just do it by taking the entire lap if you're fucking crazy, but you absolutely have to prepare the field first. Which is a lot harder than it takes, because you have a strict time limit to do that stuff in. So you gotta break every pot, kill every enemy, and not fuck up the platforming. But here, I'm just gonna go through originally because there's one other thing. Aside from starting the 15-second time limit, can't get off Zeebs in 15 minutes. But yeah, that dais also does another thing. It's really tricky. Like, I'm under the assumption that they're expecting you to not know about the shortcut and this is why they do it. Because it actually unlocks a very important item. Yes, the treasure chest is open. Rad! I also got pooped on. Bastard. I got the twin statue. Yeah, come on. A stone statue of the legendary twins. We haven't seen any writing on it yet because I actively refuse to go to the twin labyrinths until it's time. But The twin labyrinths are supposed to be something for the first generation of Mother's Children, which are snakes. The twins are kind of a big topic. So let's actually do this right. Yep, I'm already fucking up. No! Gotta get that key out too. Bam! 7 seconds to spare. There is a Steam achievement for doing that the other way I mentioned, just like taking your lap. Which is fucking mean. I mean, it's cool, but it's mean. Welcome to the 4th floor. I'm trying to scan with a key again. Fuck. Now, there's no gimmicks here, there's no bullshit puzzles, just a lot of saw blades. If you guys are a fan of The Last Crusade with Indiana Jones, this place will give you a boner. Because, well, for one, you can't be a penitent man here. 2, those saw blades fucking hurt. Like, look at that. Without, like, a certain buff, I'm taking, what, 30, 40 damage? And their hitboxes are so dumb, too. Like, look at that. That thing was receding and I still took damage. What the hell? And then more, and then more. I'm out of here, fuck this. You could, like, find an item that reduces all the damage you take and it'll make this place a lot easier, but this thing is so fucking painful for new players because it requires pixel perfect timing to not suck and die. Now, imagine this, you're a new player, you're getting through the runes of La-Mulana, you're like, yeah, I'm doing great, shit's rad, I can deal with whatever the runes give me. And then you go through that entire area with, I think before I warped out I had 50 health. Then you come here, then that happens. There are little bumps on the floor that, like, notify you of this, but fuck, that is such a mean thing, especially since they don't trigger until you're, like, right next to it. But after going through all of that bullshit platforming, we've unlocked the key. But it's terrible. I hate it. Trying so hard to get out there. Now there's just one last problem. No! I'm back here! They put that portal specifically there just to screw with you. Ugh. I hate these saw blades, but I'm keeping the damage just to prove a point. Welcome to the last floor of the Eternal Corridor. Now, unfortunately, there's no boss in this level. It's on the backside of the Endless Corridor, which is explained in the Dimensional Corridor, but we'll see that later. Now, much like the other levels, there is a bit of a gimmick to this place. See that tablet? The One-Eyed and 100 Eyes. When you take the One Eye to the 100 Eyes, they will lose their strength. Now, I hope you read that tablet well when you're playing, because guess who's here? Say hello to Backbeard. I want to call him Blackbeard, I really do, but his name is Backbeard. He's immortal. You can't damage him quite yet. And he hits for like 20 damage on contact, so you gotta watch out. And there is a lot of enemies here, but the thing is, Backbeard behaves like a boo. If you're watching him, he won't advance on you. But if you have your back turned towards him, he will progress without a problem. Also, here's the other two forms of the Headless Horse. The big one is slow but takes a lot of hits and has one other thing. Also, I gotta get out of here, shit. I'll explain him later. Now I'm back with health and healing. Fuck this place. But yeah, much like the time attack floor and the what's it called? The time attack floor and the second floor where you have to go through gates, you should really scout the area, know the best path to take, and prepare ahead of time. Because you absolutely do not want to fuck this up. Now, as I said before, the the medium-sized horses only use sub-weapons to die, but chakrams will make quick work of them. Just be sure that you don't hit 3 things in the process, or else the chakram will get eaten. I didn't even know the chakram could be destroyed in 3 hits, but I guess so. And here's the problem of the headless horse. It has a death beam, much like Anubis, but the Book of Death won't protect you here either. This book is terrible. And as I said before, you really want to prepare the field ahead of time. Because this area, with its strict platforming, and that one bat flying around, well, that's a bad thing. Say hello to 100 Eyes, also known as Tai Sui. I don't know who gave him the name Tai Sui or how someone found out that name, but according to the wiki, that's his name. I keep referencing the wiki, but it really is the best place to go back to information when I'm just feeling completely fuzzy about this. So now that we know what to do, let's head back and activate this dumb gimmick. Yeah, you really want to clear the area of everything, because this is something you don't want to be blocked by, especially when Backbeard does so much damage. Here we go! Now there's a trick to dealing with Backbeard, which we'll see in a minute. I don't know if I showed off here, but if you're on a ladder and you just stop and take a look, if you go back down the ladder, you will technically still be considered looking in a specific direction. So when dealing with Backbeard, if you need to go up a ladder, stop for a second and look towards him so he doesn't pursue you and knock you down, because this is important. Anyways, when you drag Backbeard all the way back here, this thing appears. Now we hear something break on the right of us, but there's no, like, visible way to that right. Ah, fuck. Backbeard, you dick. But remember, in in Endless Corridor specifically, and in the game overall, the dungeons loop upon themselves. So what was our right from that dais is actually the far left of the dungeon. So we gotta travel all the way back to get to the other half of this thing. Come on, let's go, Backbeard. You nerd. See, another dais appeared. Put that down. And Backbeard has lost his immortality, but he's still freakishly hard to hit. You need to hit him when his eye is fully open, and you need to hit him in the dead center of the eye. So that leaves you 2 options, the whip or the axe. I think the katana can do it, but it's freakishly slow and unsafe. But really, the axe is your best option because it does a lot of damage and gives you a generous attack range. Now, as the tablet said, now that one eye is dead, 100 eyes is now gonna, you know, not be immortal anymore. Look at him, he looks so shitty. Shame he's still a dick. Once you get rid of 100 Eyes' immortality, that's his only attack. He just shoots all his eyes at you. But aside from that, he's a pushover. And that's the end of the Endless Corridor. Next up, Temple of the Mother, which is a dark place. Not dark as in visually, just morbid. See you next time.